Ladies and gentlemen,
let's rock.
This is FanStream Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
The following program is recommended for mature individuals and may contain material unsuitable for morons, cretins, and dishwipes. If you are a moron, please turn off your radio, because we don't need any more stupid, narrow-minded, pencil-neck geeks who wouldn't know the First Amendment if it came up and bit them on the butt. Thank you.
Yes. Welcome into the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show. This is that show that you've chosen to listen to and or view and or do whatever you did in order to get here with us today. I'd like to congratulate you on you being here and also letting you know that it's me. I'm Colby Sapp, and in the other room wearing a beard, it's Tim.
I'm wearing my beard today, Colby.
Yeah, you're wearing your beard today. I came out weird, but it's what I meant to say.
I wear it every day now.
I swear to God. Look, man, we've got that FanStream Sports text line, and it's been being used. And I've been doing film study because of it being used, as somebody has requested that we do something about our Cowboys Blitz, covering some of our recent draft guys that we picked up. And so we're going to be doing that. I will be doing that because I've been in the film room, I've been watching the film, and I've now got, well, if you wanted to hear about these guys, it's about to come at you. So keep in line for that. I promise it's not like one of those things where I tell you I'm going to do a mystery shotgun at some point and I never do it.
Oh, we're supposed to do one of those tonight, weren't we?
We were supposed to do one of those tonight, but, you know.
Damn it.
Things happen, and I forget, and you forget, and stuff just keeps going the way it's going. But yes, we are here, and man, I saw a car accident on the way in.
You okay?
I'm fine. I saw one, wasn't a part of one.
Did you cause it?
I didn't cause it either. I was behind the person.
Oh no.
So
did you rear end a gentleman?
I did not. Jokes. I didn't. I was just along the access road because, you know, don't get on the tollway if you don't feel like paying for the toll, as I found out. And I was at a light, and the light was green for us, and I saw this SUV going into, you know, under the green light, and my spidey sense was tingling.
Uh-oh.
And I didn't get to the horn in time to try and let somebody know. But there's another person coming through that intersection that wasn't heading in the same direction as they were. Yes. Slam, bam, thank you, Van Dam. There was an accident. It was one of those where they caught the driver's side tire.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of pushed that in a little bit and hit it pretty good. And I was stuck in one of those moments where I was like, is this where the good guy pulls over and says, I've seen it, all of that kind of good stuff?
I mean, aren't you technically legally required to do that?
I think so.
Like, I think you can get a ticket for leaving the scene of an accident, even if you're not involved in it.
I was in the right-hand lane.
Yeah.
And, to turn, it was the only way you could go was to turn right. So, now if I stay there, I'm now going to cause traffic.
Yep.
So I just made the decision of moving on.
Probably the right call. You might still be there.
It might still, yeah. I might not have made the show. But
then I would have had to have Ron come in and sub for you.
That's right, because Ron is always here.
What's up, Ron?
Ron is always here, and we just, man, we appreciate the hell out of you. He's also requesting that we do a little Mavs talk. We're going to do Cowboys talk. Y'all done golf talk. Wednesday, got our ideas about doing a little Mavs talk, as there's things that are brewing and things that are happening. And I heard Skin, and as I flipped back and forth from the fan and the freak, Bassick, talking about that. And it really sounds like two different people talking about the same subject from two different views.
Yeah.
So, because Bassick's normally that glass is half empty. Skin's normally that glass is half full. And so I really got a point of view that's kind of in the middle of that whole thing, which normally I'm happy-go-lucky guy. Everything is roses because that's how I fan, and you can't tell me how to fan because that's how I do it. But yeah, so we'll have that going coming Wednesday. So get prepared for that. But Tim, you had things on the list of things that we needed to get to today.
Yeah, a couple of things here, Colby, before we get into what day it is. I do want to do a Yasmin Bleeth update.
Uh-oh.
And I hope to God you listeners and viewers, y'all were here for our Yasmin Bleeth segment Wednesday, because it was a hoot.
Yeah, it's out of nowhere.
Yasmin Bleeth.
Just appeared.
Oh, it was her birthday, right?
It was her birthday.
That's
but
why,
it
yeah.
led down the rabbit hole, so.
Yeah, so I've got a Yasmin Bleeth update because we're a little concerned about old Yasmin. And I feel like I'm saying Jasmine wrong when I say Yasmin.
Right, like her parents forgot how to
Yeah.
spell. Yeah, we're not going to use J's, though. F a J, you know what I mean?
Before we get into the Yasmin Bleeth update, though, we always like to call out when sportscasters, announcers, radio hosts have an off day. And Colby, I'm a big supporter of Karl Ravech.
I haven't had an on day on yet ever.
That's
so.
what we do. Every show is our off day.
That's
All
right.
I'm a big fan of Karl Ravech. He does baseball pretty well. He does basketball pretty well. I don't have any issues with his style or the way he calls things, but occasionally you have an off day.
All right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And, when you're the play-by-play guy and you're doing the College World Series,
Oh, yeah.
I hope you know the rules pretty well, right?
Somebody. Or I have a spotter that's like
Enough to know that when the road team hits a home run in the top of the ninth,
the game's not over.
it's not a walk-off. Let's listen to Karl Ravech, Colby, and tell me what's wrong with this.
And this one is hammered to left field. Did he do it? Yes, sir! Walk-off home run, the 9-hitter Blaze Brothers, and Oral Roberts rallies and wins it. TCU, I should say, in a walk-off. Top half, that's right, not bottom. 3-run shot, though, puts them on top after it felt like they were down and out. 6-5. Blaze.
Okay.
He confused himself.
I mean, let's be honest. Karl does a lot.
He does.
He does a lot.
And he's good at what he does, except for right there.
And maybe he just wanted to go home. He wanted to go home so bad. He was trying to speak it into the universe.
Man, he was.
Because if you say it loud enough and you get enough people to agree that that's the game and it's over, maybe people will start
just go
exiting
home?
the stadium.
Well, I mean, so that was Oral Roberts University versus TCU. Oral Roberts hung on for that 6-5 win.
He was right. It was over.
So he was right.
He got it.
But he confused the heck out of himself because first he called it, walked it off, and then he's like, well, wait, TCU rather. Because I'm sure he's looking at the scoreboard and wait, it's a walk-off. So, oh, wait, it had to be TCU that just won the game.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's the top of the ninth.
You just went down the circle of confusion as he just compounded himself by believing that what he said was right, even though the facts in front of him were wrong. So he's like, how are these facts makes me still right? Is that what I want to know?
So, of course, Twitter was not kind. One Twitter just posted the video.
I like how you just call him one Twitter.
Yeah. This was a tough one for Karl Ravech, which clearly it was.
Yep.
Betfred Sportsbook said, Karl Ravech was one of the worst home run calls of all time.
I've
That's
heard
a lot.
worse.
At Yankee World said, Call of the Year from Karl Ravech. The College Experience on Twitter said, Blaze, by the way, the player's name is Blaze Brothers. Tell me that's not a Major League Baseball name right there.
That is.
The
other name of Cole, my son.
Right, exactly.
Blaze's brother.
Exactly. They tweeted out, Blaze Brothers, 3-run bomb. Karl Ravech thinks it's a walk-off in the top of the ninth. Someone else tweeted, oh, my God, Karl Ravech has no idea what just happened. And then he got a little bit of love, though. He got Joey Helmer, who's a baseball writer, says, I see a lot of people ripping Karl Ravech. It's real simple. He's human. He got caught up in the moment. It certainly happened to me. It happens to everyone. Not really a big deal, honestly, which he's right. He's completely right. Karl Ravech owned it, man. He went back on Twitter. He goes, guys, it was all on me. I'll come back. I'll do it again tomorrow. My bad.
Yeah,
That's really all you can do, right?
Yeah, I'll make the same mistake tomorrow as long as somebody else hits a home run in the top of the ninth, and I will try to walk it
And then
off.
he got some love from our buddy Victor Rojas, former Hispanic, Spanish, Mexican play-by-play. What do you call him?
A play-by-play guy.
But he does that other language.
He's still a play-by-play guy.
And then he was also the GM for the Rough Riders for a while.
He does the Spanish call.
There you go, the Mexican call.
That's
Victor Rojas tweeted out to Karl. He said, Karl, don't apologize for getting caught up in the moment. S happened. Seriously, who cares? We're not curing cancer behind the mic. We're just trying to do the very best we can every game in a live setting. Welcome to being human. Regardless, it was a great game.
So is he trying to acknowledge that Karl wasn't human before this? This was his human moment?
Maybe he just turned human.
Yeah. He was that alien. By the way, we got alien talk coming up at 8:25.
Jay Elson,
maybe sooner.
Jay Elson said, as a broadcaster, I feel terrible for Karl Ravech. He had a bad moment in a big spot. No one feels worse about it than Karl.
Well,
So there you go. Poor Karl Ravech.
maybe Blaze Brothers, when he goes to try and replay that home run that he hit that one time.
Oh, man.
It's like shining
Forever
moment.
marred.
His shining moment that, that you'll get to replay over and over, and like every time like one of your kids screws up, he's like, yeah, well, you never accomplished this, and you just hit play on your phone or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's Karl just eating your moment alive with a spoon.
Sorry, Karl.
Karl stuck a spoon in it.
Put a spoon in him. He's done.
That's right.
That's not how that goes.
No.
It's time for a Yasmin Bleeth update, Colby.
Oh dear.
So it was Yasmin Bleeth's birthday on Wednesday, so of course she was included in the good, bad, and the ugly.
Yep.
And no surprise here, Colby and I both chose her as our ugly. And it was based on
Just one photo.
this one, because Colby's like, go see what she looks like now. And I was like, all right. And of course, I found this photo. And Colby said, well, don't take pictures of somebody as they're just getting released from prison.
That's correct.
Colby, I did some research.
Oh no, don't tell me this was her just getting released from prison.
It was not,
Okay.
but it's much worse.
Uh-oh.
Colby, as I put some pictures together here for us.
Oh dear, we're about
Here's
to
the wide shot of that picture. This is simply her going out to walk her dog.
Is this pandemic at least?
No.
Oh dear.
No, this was last year.
Oh.
So, of course, to the right, we have her from Babe Watch.
Right.
But yeah, that's how she goes out to walk her dog, Colby.
You know what?
Put a hat on or something.
You don't have to. She really doesn't have to.
Colby, it gets worse.
Oh dear. I was trying to save it.
So apparently she, and I mean, I don't follow her career or anything. I just look at naked pictures of her sometimes on the internet.
Okay. She was in Playboy?
Probably photoshopped. I don't know. Was she? Maybe.
I mean,
she
most
could have been.
Most of the Baywatches were.
Should have been. So she, about 20 years ago, a little less than 20 years, let's say 04, 05, she completely retired from acting
Well, yeah.
and from the public spotlight. I mean, if I looked like that, I would too.
I mean, that's not her made up, dude. I mean, in fact, that middle picture, I can see where if she were just, do a little things, it'd be back.
Put a hat on.
You don't have to put a hat on.
But Colby, this is a little more recent.
Well, you know what? She doesn't have to work. Hey, man, in order to get like what she is on the heads of that coin, she had to do a lot of calorie counting and stuff in order to be there.
This is just sad, though.
No, that's just what happens when you get older.
I mean, her boobs look still intact.
I mean, it's just what happens, man.
Those, yeah. And I have another picture
And you,
to say, just to show you the difference. Colby, what is happening?
there's nothing happening. She's fine. She just
I don't think
How-
she's fine. I'm
how-
worried about her.
there's no she just gets to eat good and drink good and have fun.
She's doing all of that except for the fun part.
I mean, she could be having she has house parties. She doesn't have to leave.
She does not look like that when she has a house party. There's no way she has guests over
Yeah, of course there is.
and just puts a freaking hoodie on.
Look at the smile. She's having a great time, man.
I think she's all coked up right there. I mean, I'm just
There's no way.
speculating.
That's wild speculation.
Irresponsible
That's
speculation.
irresponsible because you don't keep that much body weight if you're coked up.
Dude. Look at either side of her.
Except for maybe if you're Chris Farley.
Oh my God, and John Belushi.
Yeah. I
I
didn't understand how that happened.
No, he didn't do enough.
Well, he comboed his with other things.
But, dude,
I don't know why I just mouth farted into the microphone.
Mark, I'm gonna reach out to Yasmin Bleeth and try to get her on the show.
I mean, go ahead, but I don't think you should be the one that's
And
doing it because this seems really like you're shaming her. I mean,
I'm not. I'm worried about her. She is not okay.
Look at that smile. She's fine.
There's nothing okay about that
everything.
picture.
She's got her dog. Everything's cool, man.
So I have a question.
What?
Would you?
You know what my answer is, Tim? You know what?
If you weren't married.
Yeah, okay, yeah, no. My patented answer to this is if I were to walk into a party, a room full of people, and I don't care who, what they look like now, but if I were to walk in and go, just got through doing Yasmin Bleeth.
Right?
That's a conversation starter right there.
I'm right there with you.
Somebody can look her up right. It's like, oh, is that what she looks like? Well, yeah, but still, it's Yasmin Bleeth.
Did you do Yasmin Bleeth? Nope.
Nope.
But I did.
I mean,
telling you, man.
It did. I mean, back everybody was just ragging on Rosie O'Donnell because her looking like whatever, right? Yeah, but if I were to walk into a party and be like, "Yep, just bagged Rosie O'Donnell,"
I don't know that I could do Rosie O'Donnell though.
She
was never cute and attractive though.
She once played Betty Rubble. That was probably her best.
Probably the best he ever looked.
Yeah.
I'd rather do Elizabeth Perkins, who was Wilma in that movie.
Well, so you're a Wilma guy?
Not on the cartoon. I'm a Betty guy, but if Betty is Rosie O'Donnell, then no.
If you had Tim trying to tell you which cartoon he'd rather have the inclined hokey pokey with on your Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim bingo card, you win. You just win. I don't know what you win. Maybe we'll get you something from Turf Life.
We'll give you a Turf Life sticker.
Yeah, we'll get you a sticker.
Or a Turf Life hat.
Yeah, get you a hat.
Turflife.club. Go check it out.
That's right.
Colby, ask me what day it is.
Is that time for that right now?
I think so.
Okay.
Why, do you have something else?
No, I'm good. I just didn't know what else I was doing.
Yeah, no, let's do that.
All right, what day is it, Tim?
Thank you for asking, Colby. It is Monday, June 19th. Of course, it's Juneteenth.
It is.
I finally got it right.
Yes!
Not June 12th.
Oh, crap. I think my wife texted me.
Uh-oh. Probably about Yasmin Bleeth. It's Juneteenth, Colby. Was I right?
Yes.
It's Juneteenth. It is National Martini Day. I'm so glad I'm not married anymore. Nobody can tell me who I can do and who I can't do, except for me.
Nobody could tell you that while you were married either. So.
Hey, sir.
Stand back, burrito.
National Mart. So, have you ever
to a lady?
Tim, have you ever done this? The first open bar I was ever invited to, I think it was a company thing. And
Love open bars.
And the first one I'm like, all right. And I was just now 21, right? And I remember I was like, okay, now it's time to try all the drinks that I would never effing order.
Right.
Right? Because it's free. And so the first one I ordered was
Cosmopolitan.
was a martini. And you had to go with the tagline, shaken, not stirred.
It makes a difference.
I don't know what the difference is. It tasted at the time like motor oil.
Well, did you have a gin martini? Or did you specify vodka?
I did not have a vodka martini.
Okay, well, that's because you drank gin, and gin is terrible.
I mean, well, now I'd be fine. But
I hate gin.
But early drinking, Colby, that didn't know what good drinks were and what bad drinks were. I drank a little bit of it and went,
yeah, gin's bad, buddy.
That's just pure alcohol.
It's my favorite drink, and if money is no object when I go into the snooty bars,
Snooties.
I'll order a Grey Goose.
Uh-huh. We should
extra dirty martini.
We should have
shaken, not stirred.
We should do we should make a strip club of ourselves, and just call it the Snooty Booties?
Snoochie Booches.
Well, no.
That's probably copyrighted. I probably can't say that on the air.
Jason Mewes is going to sue us all.
Him and Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
It is National Martini Day. I do prefer it dirty over dry, and I do prefer it shaken over stirred. Which shaken is kind of the default. Nobody's going to stir a martini for you unless you ask them.
Now, I have found out after that I like a really olivey martini.
Dirty.
So dirty.
You like things dirty, don't you?
That's right. We lost a listener because I said dirty.
Colby, did you bring your cat to work today?
I didn't.
Because it is National Take Your Cat to Work Day.
Man, if you've ever tried any cat, and especially my cat, the only part of my cat that's not dog-like is she is not into car rides at all.
Oh, really?
Whatever. Actually, my dog's not into car rides. She thinks she wants to get into the car, and then she gets in the car, and then as soon as the car starts moving, she's like, what's going on? And it's just Shake City. You could hand her some milk, and later it'll be frozen. It'll be a milkshake. But yeah. Yeah, the cat, no cat should be going anywhere because you put the cat in the crate.
Yep.
And then the whole car ride, no matter how loud the music is, meow,
Gross.
meow,
Cats are the worst.
meow. And it's not like your sweet meow, meow. No.
It's a pissed meow.
It's God. It's like anime cat yell. Yeah.
It is International Box Day.
Just cardboard boxes.
Cardboard boxes. They have to have a day.
I don't think they have to have a day, Tim.
And then let's bring the mood down a little bit. Let's get serious, Colby, because
no more cat yells.
No more cat yells, because that would be disruptive to this segment of the population, because it is International Day for the Elimination of Sexual Violence in Conflict. Say that 3 times real fast.
Did they have to narrow it down to just that? Just
conflict.
We could just say any kind of, I don't know, sexual assault of any kind.
That probably has a different day.
It probably does have, but man, we had to.
It's very specific, isn't it?
It is.
It is National Free BSD Day.
What?
I have no idea.
Okay.
Because all it says is buckle up. We're about to take a deep dive and look into everything free BSD. Think I should look that up?
I don't know. I mean, we'll let you know what? If you're watching right now, please.
Oh.
I was going to have them look it up.
Yeah, everybody else look it up because I'm confused.
Look up BSD, and then somebody comment and tell us what it is.
I hope it's sexual. But it's a picture of a guy looking at a computer, so it's either porn or something else. It is National Garfield the Cat Day. The only good cat that ever existed is Garfield.
Could actually draw him right now.
Because he's not real. And he hates Mondays and likes lasagna, Colby.
That's right.
It is National Watch Day. Can you imagine a world without watches? We can't either.
I mean,
I can't because I wear a watch every day.
If it wasn't for like the fitness aspects of this watch, I wouldn't wear one. I just wouldn't.
Oh, I have to. I have to have a watch on my arm. How do you tell time?
My phone has
It's in your pocket, though.
Literally by the time I do this number, the phone's out of the pocket.
To do this.
Yes, that or that.
And you even have a cover on your phone you have to flip open. You have an extra unnecessary step.
Yeah, but once I have that information, then a couple minutes later I can just go, yeah, it's probably about 7:26 now.
Watches are necessary.
They're really.
You know what should come back?
What's that?
Pocket watches.
I mean, they're cool.
Aren't they cool?
They are cool. They are unnecessary as F.
They are, but they're cool.
I mean, to reach into your that's what this is. That's what this is.
That was my point. I was going to see if you'd figure it out.
You just put a chain on your phone. Just put a chain on your phone and run it through your sleeveless jacket, or otherwise known as a vest.
Sleeveless jacket? That's what you have on right now.
Yeah, my sleeveless
hoodie.
My sleeveless hoodie. My sleeveless hoodies kick ass.
You look like the Unabomber.
I don't know if that's... The headphones suck.
Why didn't you keep the other ones? I thought you liked the other ones better.
They were in Gerbiers.
Well, we can wash them. I have penicillin in here.
I don't know if you can wash things with penicillin.
What do you do with it then?
I don't know, man.
Inject it? I have penicillin soap.
What? I have questions.
Colby, it's World Sauntering Day.
Man, I love a good saunter.
Do you know what a saunter is?
A saunter is
I had to look it up.
a saunter is well, my version of the saunter is you're almost to a pimp walk.
Yep.
But
That's exactly what it is.
You're being a little lazy about it.
It's the pimp walk. It is World Sickle Cell Awareness Day.
Damn right. I mean,
Yeah, and that's it. Those are all your days. What's your favorite part of today, Colby?
my favorite part of today is actually.
Is it the Sexual Violence and Conflict Day?
I don't think that anybody should say that's their favorite.
Is it Juneteenth?
Yeah, you know what? That.
Gross.
You can't gross that, you racist.
It doesn't. That's not what I mean. Why can't we celebrate it every day? Why do we get to only have one day to celebrate freedom? It should be every day, Colby. We shouldn't just have one designated day.
That is a decent
what I meant.
response
That's what I meant.
to that first part that just sounded like you needed to go ahead and put your hood on.
You just took yours off.
No,
Grand Dragon Colby.
that is not my no. If anybody in here's that, it's the guy in the booth.
Just because I don't like Asian chicks.
You know what? I'm not even bringing in pre-show meeting to this right now. We'll have to have a whole different segment all about that because I don't.
Pulling back the curtain to the pre-show meeting, which
good.
literally is us sitting right where we are right now, talking without the thing
I mean,
on
we
it.
could have just turned on the stream and y'all would have probably got into it.
Probably.
And found out how effing mid and basic one Tim Ham is. I'll just go ahead and get you there.
Vanilla ice cream.
In life.
Blonde girls, brown eyes.
You know what?
I'm good to go.
Yeah, stop. Because
We're gonna do a segment.
We'll end up in that segment. And that's not for now. For now is...
What does that mean?
No, it's not. I mean, no, that's not what we asked. We asked for being... What was it? BMS?
Free.
BNS Day?
Crap, now I gotta go find it again. While we have our producer look for it from home. It is free...
Is it
BSD?
BSD. Free BSD. Not.
And it's all one word. Like it's not. There's no space. It's just free BSD. It's all one word.
I don't understand.
I don't either.
I'll have to look that up later.
Yeah. You know what I do understand though?
What's that? It is that segment. That segment is right now, and it's the segment we're about to do, which is the one where I go through all the people that are born today. And I make a list of these people, but only the ones that I found famous enough to make my list, or actually they might have been more famous, but they didn't make it because I didn't care about them. But these are the ones that I do care about. So we make this list and we offer them up to you. You guys then tell us who is the good person out of this list, who is the bad person out of this list, and who is the ugly. Thus the music, thus the title of this segment. And here we go. Starting off with the only thing that I remember her being in. Do you remember watching The Mentalist?
Loved The Mentalist.
So turning 51 years old today.
Oh, the chick?
One Robin Tooney.
Dude, she's in a lot of stuff.
That's the only thing I remember her in.
No, she's fine, dude. What she looks like now.
I'm not
Here
sure.
we go.
I'm not sure if you. I mean, she's 51, but you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say Robin Tooney has kept it all together. I'm just.
You think?
I'm putting that out there as a vote. We have ran into too many across this board that have not kept it together, and
dude,
I'm going to say she has.
Care to take a gander at Robin Tooney now?
Yeah, go ahead. Put it up on the screen.
Shit.
Up. By the way,
working on it.
If you're one of those that's one of ours that keeps the eye and the ear on when somebody on this show actually drops a 4-letter word that you couldn't say on the radio, You can make somebody that just uttered that spin the wheel, but you have to call us on it on the FanStream Sports text line at 214-937-0569.
You think that'll ever happen?
I don't think so.
Here's your Robin Tooney today.
All right. Held together.
I mean, 51, right?
51.
It's almost too old for me, though.
I mean, that's still younger than you are.
I mean, she's know that. Stay hard, Robin. Oh, wait. She's
She
just
did-
a birthday.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. Turning 75 years old today, one Felicia Rashad.
She's not Rashad anymore.
But that's what I have on my list. So that's what she is.
Claire Huxtable.
I don't know if she wants to be called that anymore because of,
It's probably true. And I will tell you, man.
because old Puddin' Pop ran through everybody.
Jello pudding pops. It's the worst Bill Cosby ever. She's pretty cute back in the day. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Oh, yeah.
Cosby Show run.
Yes.
I was trying to decide between her and Lisa Bonet.
I mean,
Which one 14-year-old Tim was gonna nail?
well, then you're going after Mama first, right? 'Cause
I mean, you have to.
Yeah.
And then I'll just go for both.
You just be, yeah. Hey, guess what? I'm going after, Steven Tyler's records of moms and daughters.
I think he holds a record still, huh?
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
Oh, hey, we have an answer to our question.
Uh-oh.
FreeBSD is an operating system for a variety of platforms that the modern world still runs on today. So it's a computer operating system.
Oh, it's not as fun as what we thought it was.
I really thought it was sexually orientated.
Oh.
Orientated?
Yes.
Huh. All right. I think we should have National DOS Day. We're going computer languages.
Okay. Hey, Tim,
Yes.
Jacob deGrom's birthday is today. He's 35.
Oh, but how old is his new elbow?
I mean, it's today years old, his new elbow. So there's that.
Man, we're not going to see him for a long time. We need some Jacob deGrom in our life.
What, like August next year?
Yeah, at least.
That's what he's angling for.
Yeah.
And that usually means that September next year, something along that lines. Man, if you've got heart, you need Ann Wilson. She's 73 years old today.
Ann, right? That's the fat one.
Okay, yeah.
She's how old? 73?
She's 73.
Ann Wilson. What do you think she looks like today? I mean, we kind of know, right?
I mean, you don't have to.
Let's see if she got bigger.
Watch Ann Wilson at 73 be like smoking hot and just light Tim's fire.
I mean, she's always cute.
Yes.
Dude, Nancy, though, is the hot one. Well, young Ann was the hot one.
Right.
But then Nancy took over as the hot one. When Ann... Bless her heart, too. It wasn't her fault. Her weight gain was due to medication that she had to take.
Doo-doo.
Doo-doo. She was eating doo-doo as
Well,
the meat.
You know what? I don't know how many calories there are in doo-doo, but it can't be good.
Yeah, we're not putting her on the screen.
Can't be good.
Can't do it.
1941, he passed away. Lou Gehrig.
Um,
Do you think they called it Lou Gehrig's disease when he had it or after he passed?
Well, I think he was the first one to have it, right? That's why they called it that. Now they have other names. It's ALS now.
Okay. I just was asking. I was wondering if it was like known as the unknown disease, and then after he passed from it, it's like, well, guess we'll name it after him.
I mean, I thought maybe he invented the disease. That's why they named it after
You think
him.
he was like in his garage and going, man, you know what?
Some beakers and the Bunsen burner.
You said that, and my brain just has an old black and white Lou Gehrig with like science stuff going.
Science stuff.
If you wondered what's going on inside my brain, that was what was going on. And somehow the chef came in with some chickens. It was weird, chopping stuff. My brain just totally went Muppets.
Oh, God.
Turning 39 years old today. Riddle me this, Tim. It's Paul Dano.
Paul Dano.
He was the Riddler in the Bat. He was in
The newer one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Played a great Riddler.
All right. Yeah, I mean, we're going to see a lot more of him supposedly in the
Yes.
next installment, right?
Yes, there's going to be a little bit more of him in there. Not, I don't think well, we'll get into that at some point. Whenever I talk about that at some point.
Whenever you decide to.
Yeah. 2 steps forward and 1 step back, man. Paula Abdul
and Scat Cat, DJ Scat Cat or whatever his name was.
Yes. 61 years old today.
Okay, well, that's something we definitely have to look up then.
You know what? I don't even have to mention this. So, how old was I? This is when we still lived in Corsicana. So, what was I? I was 12 or 13, maybe even 14. No, that's 13. And I had a picture that I got at Walmart in Corsicana of Paula Abdul. And it was I believe it was from that 2 steps forward, 1 step back video where she's the poster is hers like sideways, but she is doing like a little bit of a ninja pose where like one leg is bent and one leg is straight out.
Yeah.
But she's just kind of looking at the camera as it's taking her picture. And every stupid day when I would walk out to go somewhere, I'd stick my tongue to a specific part on that poster.
Her kneecap?
Nope.
Huh.
And I didn't notice that throughout time, that spot came a little bit, looked a little bit different than all the rest of them. I remember my dad walking in one day to my room and opened up the door and then looked at the poster and then looked straight at that specific spot that might have been her clam and then looked at me and goes, "What are you?" And then
busted.
Then just walked right out and slammed the door. He got out. "What are you?" And then just slam.
At least you weren't doing that to your Wham poster.
Right.
Then you would have questioned it.
Yeah.
By the way, here's your 61-year-old Paula Abdul next to a 20-year-old Paula Abdul.
You know what? I mean, maybe less shiny makeup, but I mean, because that's some shine. She might have had a tough time. She might have just got them dancing.
Mm-hmm. She's all shiny.
Yeah. There's a little sweat.
I totally forgot she was on American Idol. Like, she was one of the original judges, right?
But yeah, so, hey, kids, don't lick your posters.
Don't lick your posters or your friends' posters.
That's right. Especially
or
don't
your
lick,
friends.
Lick your friends' posters. They probably get really irritated because every time you went over to their house, you're like, "Hey, I licked your posters."
Licked your posters. They're mine now.
Don't mark that.
Come mark.
Are used for any drop interview or anything that we do. Hey. No.
Oh, my God. It's greatness.
Macklemore turns 40 years old.
Fish.
He'll find you at a thrift shop. If you don't know, that's one of his songs.
He's a rapper?
Yeah.
Rappist?
Rapper.
Oh, he did that thrift store song? I remember that song.
Yeah.
God, I hated that song.
Not a bad song.
How old is he? 12?
40.
He's a child, Colby.
Hottest lady on the list. And maybe the hottest one in my book that we've talked about today. Besides my wife.
Which we have talked about.
Yes, we have. 45 years old today, but it's Zoe Saldana.
Hyphen Ham. Dude, she is massively attractive.
And, like, also just action worthy. Like, and I love the action chick that's going to be in a show and just kicking ass and all of that. I mean, it's like, all right, we go get in a fight and she's holding her own. Hell yeah. Let's go. Yeah, she's 45 today.
And she's only the second most attractive girl that's in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Are you talking about Nebula?
Mm-hmm. Karen Gillan?
Yes.
Dude, she's like way up there on my list right now.
Have you haven't seen the
hotness.
TikTok with her in full Nebula getup where she's also doing a booty dance?
No.
It's there. She's like getting up from her getting the makeup put on. And she's like, F it. And she starts doing a little booty dance.
Search
for that.
And
if that helps you.
I mean, because you can't see her face in Guardians of the Galaxy, obviously.
Right.
So I'm more familiar with her from what's it called? The dinosaur movie.
Jurassic
Jumanji.
Park?
Jumanji.
Okay.
She was in the Rock Jumanji reboots.
Oh yes. Yes, she was.
God, she was freaking hot.
I actually have never watched any of those.
For example,
I
I
can't
knew
believe
that
we
was
both
coming.
do it.
Here you go. There's Zoe and Karen together,
I'll take.
like they often are in my dreams.
You know. I mean, I'm taking Zoe out of that. Just saying.
You know what? I won't fight you then. I'll go ahead and take Karen.
All right. It's not like either one of us are losing in that, and I don't know where we're taking them to, but.
I know where I'm taking her to.
And
Taking
finally,
her to the pantry.
is that what you call the love-making bedroom? Is the pantry?
No, it's what I call where we keep the food.
You need to eat, girl.
Yasmin Bleeth needs to share some of her food with you.
I mean, come on. Stop bleething around, dude. What's wrong with you? And finally, turning 45 years old today. Last year was cooler. But he's 45 and it's still pretty damn cool. It's Dirk. It's Dirk's birthday. It's Dirk.
The big German?
Yes.
What did he ever do?
Everything. Everything that matters, Tim.
Better than Luca.
Right now, yeah, because he's got the title.
That's right.
Brought us home a championship.
Luca will never have a title. Luca will never be. Oh, well, we'll do another Luca segment down the road.
I mean, don't get me started.
He'll never be on a championship winning team.
I hate you so much, and you're so not cool. And you actually the most incorrect you've ever been. And that's including the pre-show meeting. Which
so
you were
right.
like epically incorrect during that. And
It was an opinion. It doesn't have to be right or wrong.
no, but it was the most wrongest opinion I've ever heard.
if
And I've sat with Corey Majors. He's just tried to debate me on stupid things before, and that was worse.
They were talking about you yesterday
I love those
on
guys.
K&C.
I miss.
I forget what they were talking about. Like, Corey was like, that's because I was kind of on the phone,
Yeah.
but I heard Corey in the back because I had it on in my room. That's the only thing I ever learned from Corey Sapp, or from Colby Sapp. And I was like, so then I'd like missed about 5 seconds of the phone call because I'm like trying to listen to hear what so I could tell you, but I never did hear what he was arguing with Bassick about something, as they often do.
So that's the end of your birthdays, by the way. And he only
All right.
learned one thing from me.
That's exactly what Kevin came back with. Like, you only learned one thing from Colby? It was pretty funny.
Damn.
I mean, I have yet to learn anything, but
Well, because you got a thick head that won't accept anything that I'm trying to pound into that stupid.
because I'm
skull.
right about everything.
You're not. So that's the list, Tim. So you
All
got
right.
good, bad, and ugly.
I do.
All right, then.
Colby, man, the goods are going to be hard here.
I mean, it's really not, and not for me.
Well, I know who you're going with. But, I mean, Lou Gehrig, come on.
Yeah, he's a Yankee.
That's true.
And he created that disease in his.
He invented a disease with his Bunsen burner.
Yeah.
I mean, Ann Wilson's pretty good. Felicia Rashad's pretty good. Jacob deGrom is great.
Right.
Robin Tooney's good.
Paul Dano's good. I mean,
Zoe Saldana, like,
yeah. I mean, everybody's there's like nobody. It's the bad's going to be hard for me to pick, really.
all right, so look, because I know who you're going with for good, I'm going Zoe.
All right.
My bad is real easy.
'Cause-
Macklemore.
Okay. Actually, I won't fight you on that.
My ugly,
Don't
Colby.
do this. Don't do this to her. Don't do this to her. You're gonna hurt my heart, aren't you?
Colby, my ugly
Damn it.
is Ann Wilson.
Knew it. I knew it.
Because she's no Nancy.
Nancy Gerber?
She is not an ugly, sir. She is a saint.
Yes.
Her and Jerome.
So my good is, and by the way, you're welcome to, of course, play along, FanStream Sports text line, or just on the comments or anything along that lines. And name your good, bad, and ugly. My good is Dirk
Nowitzki.
I mean, I
Ran out of gas.
think he's reached the point where you can just say his first name, right? Or
Like
he's just
Cher?
he's just a one named. I mean, once you talk about Dirk, you're only talking about one human being.
It's true. Dirk Diggler.
My bad on this list.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is tough. This is super tough. I made a list without any. You know what? Because I think he's probably got the, out of my people that I've listened to and people that have done rap that I've listened to,
Yep.
maybe the worst set of skills. I think I'll go Macklemore.
There you go. We doubled up on him.
We sure did.
We totally tag-teamed Macklemore.
That's a bad thing that you. And my my watch went off again.
Uh-oh.
It was just Macklemore we were talking about. I understand. Yep. And my ugly is, oh my God. The only person that's dead on here is Lou Gehrig.
I mean, he wasn't very attractive.
Well, he has also passed away in 41. He can't be cute now.
So he's been dead for 81 years.
Yeah. So
I mean,
there you go.
Probably a lot of decomposition right there.
Right. He's decomped so much he might be comping now.
You think he still has the AIDS?
What? I don't think that's what he had.
Is that not what Lou Gehrig's disease is?
You're the one that said it was ALS a second ago.
It is. It's ALS. You know what ALS stands for?
It better not be AIDS Little League something.
AIDS Little Syndrome.
I just said it better not be.
Oh, I thought you said it should be. Good times, Colby.
Are you? What are we doing? Is it just straight to sports report so we can talk about stupid David Freeze?
Colby, it's time for the 7:45 Colby and Tim Show IndyCar Extravaganza Sports Report. Did I just rename the show?
I think you just tried to rage the whole thing real quick. You just Gregoed out.
I just Gregoed.
Man, don't count out the A's.
Motorcycle Grego.
Meh.
So a quick David Freeze update because we're all interested in what David Freeze is doing.
And then, yeah.
I mean, are you not?
No.
He was almost a Ranger. You remember that?
I do remember that.
Like a few years after he killed him in the World Series.
And I didn't understand why, because besides doing that, he was kind of a spare.
I mean, for his whole career, he was a spare, except for the 2011 World Series.
Right. That's when he chose to do all the steroids.
Only in the postseason.
Mm-hmm.
So this is why it's funny, because there does have a Rangers failed World Series tie-in here.
It's not funny when you said those words. It's just not.
So, and it's the curse of the Rangers coming back, because the Cardinals told David Freeze, David, we would like you to be in our Cardinals Hall of Fame for your contributions to the team.
That's amazing.
You know what David Freeze said? Nah, I'm good. Thanks, though.
What?
He declined their invitation to join the Cardinals Hall of Fame.
But why?
And this is an honor that the fans vote on. The fans voted him in. And he was like, nah, you know what? I think I'm good. Appreciate you, though. See you later. Big gulps, huh?
Yeah.
See you later.
Well, see you later.
Yeah, he's just like, no, I'm good.
So, I mean, just that's it. Nothing, no explanation.
He
no.
doesn't, because he doesn't, he's probably right, doesn't think he was good.
Doesn't think he was good. So,
He spent 5 seasons in St. Louis,
right.
batted .286,
Okay.
44 home runs, 1 All-Star team. Can you really be in a team's Hall of Fame only playing for him for 5 years?
I mean, depends on, well, that was an epic run he went on.
I mean, they won a World Series,
Yes.
and he was mostly responsible,
Yes.
along with Nelson Cruz.
I don't, well, or.
Maybe Nelson Cruz should go into the Cardinals Hall of Fame.
Or maybe Wash should go for not backing somebody up a little bit more.
Don't blame Wash for that loss.
Somebody should have told somebody to back up a little farther.
That's not the manager. That's the
Whoever it is.
first base coach, I think, makes that call. Who was the first base coach? Well, I guess they were in the dugout.
Right.
That'd be weird if they were out on the bases while the team was on defense. I'm just going to stand here.
Gary Pettis is out there going, back up some more. No, not you. Our outfielder, back up. Nelson.
I feel like I just had a Karl Ravech moment.
Nelson.
Back up.
Back up.
Oh, it's okay, coach. You're not going to hit it to me.
No doubles. I just can't. So, all right. So I did. Who was I listening to? I forgot. They were talking about David Freese. You know, he like lives around here.
Yeah.
Or lives in Texas. Why wouldn't you live in St. Louis?
He's not from there.
No, I know he's like from Corpus or something.
Yeah.
But if
Nobody wants to live in St. Louis.
if I was David Freese and the only thing in my life that I accomplished in my profession was this little time frame to where I became like immortalized by a sports fandom, I would move as close to that sports fandom as I could, because you would never have to pay for anything ever in your life. Ever.
Yep, he's like, I'm good.
And out of the two places to be, it's St. Louis. Okay. I can understand wanting to be there because of what I just said. But maybe you just get tired of like going everywhere and being noticed. I get it. But the place I wouldn't move to is Texas. Like, if you want to talk about you putting your name on something and it being worth less,
Yeah.
it would be around here. It's like, oh, David Freese just walked in. You're like in Boston. Oh, David Freese, didn't he play baseball? You come into Texas. Oh, David Freese is over there. Somebody go get my gun.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean,
He's a marked man here.
There's weirdos that would do that. Boston would just be like, hey, come here, baseball guy. I'll talk to you. I guess that's how they'd talk, because that's more Texas.
Because they're idiots. He also apologized to all the fans who took the time to vote for him. So he's a stand-up guy.
He's not. He's David Freese.
Idiot. Colby, it is all-star baseball voting time.
Oh, is it time to be welcome to the Youngle?
Yes. It is.
Did that make you cringe a little bit?
Yes, I did. God, it was unnecessary. So you're allowed to vote 5 times a day.
Right?
Go to MLB.com/Rangers, and down at the bottom there will be a Rangers link for the All-Star game.
Do it.
You can go in and but they make you vote for the National League too. You have to vote for both.
Why?
And then before you can submit it. So of course you pick all the Rangers at their positions. Nathaniel Lowe at first base, Marcus Semien at second, Josh Young at third. By the way, Josh Young's going to be an All-Star.
Damn right.
Corey Seager at short, Jonah Heim at catcher.
I think by the way, Josh Young hit a ding-dong in tonight's game.
Oh, did he?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, it's on, isn't it? You got Duran, Garcia, and Taveras in the outfield, and at DH, Robbie Grossman. So vote for all the Rangers and then go to the National League and just randomly, like I voted for all the Colorado Rockies.
Just whoever's at the bottom of the list,
Yeah.
I gotta vote.
Yeah. As
I would
far
love
as
for that bit to catch on, by the way. Whoever's like at the bottom of the voting list,
Yeah.
just give that guy a
give
vote.
that guy a vote. Your leaders in the American League, I don't care about National League. Your catcher's leader is the Orioles catcher, Adley Rustman.
Okay.
Jonah Heim second.
Nice.
He's about 140,000 votes behind.
That's a lot. Seems like a lot.
And just barely ahead of the Royals catcher, Salvador Perez. First baseman, Nathaniel Lowe, is in fourth place, about 400,000 votes behind Vlad Guerrero Jr. Marcus Semien leading your second baseman, Colby, not by a little bit. 707,000 votes. Second place is Jose Altuve of the Disastros with only 363,000 votes. Third baseman, Josh Young in second place, barely behind Matt Chapman of the Blue Jays. Your Rangers shortstop, Corey Seager, in second place to Bo Bichette, Dante's kid of the Blue Jays.
Right. By the way, he needs to pick, like, he's got multiple things going on his get-up on his uniform.
He does.
He needs to pick one. Starting to get a little too unstable when your hat looks so big because you've got the big hair and you also got the bandana, but you folded it over 3 times to make it look bigger, and it's getting too much.
Robbie Grossman at DH is in third place behind Brandon Belt, not to be confused with Bobby Belt of the Blue Jays. And, of course, Shohei Ohtani leading everybody, like, with 1 million votes, and everybody else is, like, at 150,000. Outfielders, Rangers, Adolis Garcia is in sixth place.
We need to get that a little closer.
Duran is in 11th place, and Taveras is in 13th place. They all trail, of course, Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, and Jordan Alvarez.
Jordan is the only one that you can really think that you might be able to but you're not getting Judge or Trout out
Nope.
out of those spots.
Man, and Judge is like at 900,000 votes. Trout's only at 500,000. And Alvarez is right behind. Watch those. Yeah, right behind Trout or Alvarez. So it's very close there. So go vote for your Texas Rangers. It is a magical season. We hope that it makes history here shortly.
He said wee.
Wee. PP.
Doo-doo.
You said doo-doo. Take us a break, Colby, for the love of God.
Coming up next, Tim finds a way to F around with brackets. We're also doing alien talk, as Tim has named the segment, What's in Colby's Mouth?
Yep, it's our new segment, What's in Colby's Mouth?
And also news and notes. That's all coming up on the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show. Next.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Hey, you like golf? There's a good chance you do, because I said so. But what do you need playing golf? Well, you need clubs. Right, clubs, you need balls. The thing that people don't usually think about is that golf bag. And that's what most people see when they look at your golf clubs, like right off the bat. And if you've got a raggedy bag, it's not doing you any favors, bud. So get you a new bag. Go over to orca-golf.com. Orca-golf.com. Why are you going there? You're going there because you want a golf bag, but you want one that's kind of screams you. So you want to pick the colors. Well, you can use your own custom colors. Maybe you have a logo in mind. Maybe it's your logo. You're like Prince. You just have a symbol. That's the case? Dude, you can get your logo on there. Your name, just get it done exactly like what you want it done. By actual designers. Nothing goes out of their factory without the approval of the founder, Erica Bennett, who is just brilliant. We've seen some of her bags. We've got one of them actually in the studio. And you know what? Dude, it looks good. If you want other people to look at your golf setup and go, man, that just screams Frank. You want that? Then go over to orca-golf.com. Do yourself a favor and use the promo code DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. I'll say that again, DSP10 for 10% off and free shipping. So do it today, because Orca Golf is the best choice in the game.
Hi, golfers. IndyCar Tim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, Grip It and Sip It. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7, day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you.
Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show on this Monday night, Juneteenth. Happy Juneteenth to everybody out there.
Whoop, whoop.
Again, I feel like it's doing it all a disservice to just set one day aside. I feel like we should just celebrate that every day.
Well, yeah.
But apparently that's not how people feel.
Well,
they should only like it one day a year.
Well, giving it its one day, I guess, also puts acknowledgement to it. There's the other argument of it.
I
mean,
feels like it's
we
diluted.
should celebrate Jesus' birth every single day, but we wait till Christmas.
Yeah, so we can get presents and stuff, or not in some cases.
Mm-hmm.
Get coal.
That's right.
And I don't mean your kid. I mean the actual coal.
Which is
spelled the same, right?
The same.
Colby, we've been running our brackets.
We have.
And
Are
we're
we
doing
that here?
No, we're doing a swab. I was about to say we're going to do a swab. We've been doing our brackets right here at the 8 o'clock time slot, but we're going to move that for this show to the 8:25. So we're going to do it next segment as we have our finals of the most annoying sports media people ever. We're down to the finals, and I hope I can find those.
I hope you can too.
Oh wait, they're in my. Okay, I got them.
You got a whole segment to find them, I guess.
I do. Because we're introducing a new segment. It's called, as we said before the break, What's in Colby's Mouth? I used to have a drop for that, but I guess I don't know where it is anymore.
Oh.
Damn it. I mean, I have this one.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
All right. Casually sexting.
That's not the segment.
Was that what you're going for?
Yeah, but you did it live, so I think I took it off.
So
tell us what, because you texted me, we have to talk about this.
We do have to talk about it. So last month, and I didn't really even know about a whole lot of this because apparently my not keeping up with the news has also made it to where when stuff like this happens, I just don't hear about it. And so actually last night I was playing video games with my buds and my daughter, and in the background, I kept hearing somebody keep playing this like TV report over and over and over again. And the TV report kept talking about aliens in Las Vegas and like playing this 911 call of this kid talking about the aliens. Right. So, hearing the 911 call, I'm like, all right, well, drugs are good. But that's not exactly what happened. So there was a 911 call that happened where this kid's talking about and basically he's seen there was like a big crash in his backyard, and he saw like a couple of like beings in his backyard, like 8 to 10 foot tall beings with big shiny eyes. And there's a TikTok video. And I believe it's shot by the mom.
That's what I saw was the TikTok video.
The TikTok video shot by the mom, and the mom is kind of backed up a little. I mean, I think she's just scared to go back there because everybody else is kind of freaked out. And like the big burly, man walked a little bit, but he didn't go far.
Yeah.
He didn't go far. And he came back through and just like shaking his head like, don't go anywhere. And he mentions in Spanish what he thinks he saw, which it's not good because she freaks out. Now, the other thing that happened was a 911 call, and the police went out, and one of the police officers actually responded to the call because his partner saw something in the sky at about the same time.
They saw it crash.
Right.
Yeah.
They saw like a green streak in the sky.
And those cops were freaking out. He's like, I'm not going back there.
Right. And they actually like, they stopped somebody and they're like, hey, I'm not trying to, have you seen anything like weird in the sky or anything? Talking to people. And finally they set up cameras and all that, and they couldn't catch anybody. But did you hear about what happened after all that?
No. I haven't heard an update.
So the people have kind of shut down. The people that they've kind of quarantined themselves in their house because obviously they've become a big deal or whatever, right?
I'm kind of a big deal.
And so people want to interview them and talk to them and all that. So everybody's got to get their own. That's the sad part about social media is everybody that has a UFO channel now wants to talk to these people with uber interest. And so, but it has come out that they're not coming out not only because of, how annoyed they are by everybody, wanting to talk to them about it now. Because they told their piece. It's like we told authorities.
Yeah.
We let everybody know what's happening. we don't know what else to do except for we don't have anything new to say. It's not like they came back.
Right.
Right? But they did start talking about how that they, the day after, they started seeing people that they didn't know around their house before, like, it got big news.
Right.
And things that they thought was, like, actual, like, evidence of this was disappearing.
Oh, Men in Black.
So, and they described them, and I don't know if it's, they just think that, well, it's the Men in Black situation, or maybe people are playing pranks on them and dressing like the Men in Black people and just walking around, because that'd be
a great gag.
That'd be a good gag. Just
do that.
Pull up in a tinted window SUV like you see in every single action movie, and just get out, as a Men in Black, and just kind of walk around for a little bit and look at it.
Take pictures and stuff.
Maybe break out a wand and just start wanding people.
The memory thing. The memory wipe.
Yeah. And then I don't know what they did. And it's like, well, did you see an alien crash? No.
Mark.
So, but it's now, I mean, I don't know how sensationalized it is when news has gotten to the point to where they're going to cover this freely, because this used to be, when you heard something like this was, a quack attack. This was weirdo. This was whatever. And now it's almost gotten to the point to where we're slowly kind of through, like, it being, some of the things being released and some of the talks that we get from, like, former Air Force folks and whatever that said, hey, no, we saw a bunch of stuff we don't understand. But the fact that when you started hearing back in the day about people talking about, at the time, it was little green men.
Yep.
Right? With big, shiny eyes. And
big heads.
And the big heads and all of that. And that was kind of and then it was the gray men, kind of morphed into, they were gray in color. And I don't know if that's because it's part of the zeitgeist of how we view, that's what an alien looks like. And that's the mental image that, like, we've all read the same book. We've kind of got the same description, but the shiny eyes part of it and all that, that's the only part that seems the same. They've never been huge 9-foot, 10-foot tall MFers that gave somebody a butt probe. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's never been that.
That'd be intimidating.
Right, because, I mean, how big are those fingers?
Let me tell you.
But it's never been the large being. It's always been, there been little guys that I was up in their spaceship, little guys, and that was part of this. So for this to kind of mix mash, this not to be totally part of what that zeitgeist is, does lead me to go, okay, maybe this is what they actually saw. And maybe somewhere through the line of this, and this is me trying to, reach into facts where there is none. Maybe somewhere down the line, somebody saw this, but, they were drugged or they were whatever aliens do, right? And all they got to see was a face of a person with big shiny eyes and just automatically thought they were little. Maybe that all started it. But that is kind of weird that from all of that through time to now, it's like, no, these were like 9, 10-foot tall beings. That's the only thing that I really caught from it, other than the cops also saw something, which there was a report out there, and now, of course, who do you believe? That after this came out, there was a report from whoever watches the meteors, I guess the meteorologist, but said that there was a meteor flying over about that same time in that same area.
And they were probably instructed to say that, though.
That's the part of the conspiracy theory. And again, going back to the comedian that says that you don't believe in any conspiracy theories? You just think the government's just over here batting 1,000 and telling us all the truth? Sometimes I don't know, man. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of BS out there. But we've been all on this like alien trip for a long time. And every time somebody speaks up about something, it's usually the town quack or whatever. That guy's the one speaking up on it. But then every once in a while you get guys like this that there is no reason to have this be part of it. And they don't want part of the fame.
Yeah.
Like, they're turning it down. They were genuinely scared. So whatever happened, where there was aliens or where there was something else, maybe we found the lizard people, the giant green lizard people that some of you with your tinfoil hats have been telling us, maybe that's them. I don't know. But it's effing weird, man.
There's something, right? Like, there's something.
You just don't, like, if your kid runs out and says they saw, a chupacabra or something, you're like, oh, cool. You go out and you look, you don't see anything, you're not going to turn around and go, oh, hey, go ahead and grab the camera. Let's go ahead and create a hoax right now.
Yeah, that's...
I don't think that happens.
We have a viewer-listener poll, Colby.
Who
would be more likely to be probed by an alien? A, Colby, or B, Tim? Text into the studio line, 214-937-0569, and just comment A or B.
Yeah.
Who would you like to see probed by an alien? Me or Colby?
I think you would be the one.
But you would be a much better choice.
No. No. They really need to find out what makes you tick. So
I'm not going there.
But I mean,
it's so weird to me, though. In this day and age, everybody's got a freaking video camera on their phone. And something like that, it literally landed in their backyard.
Right.
But there's no video of it. Like, isn't that the first freaking thing you're going to do is pull your phone out and start videoing?
You would think.
I mean, I guess being put in that position, you're freaking out. Now, maybe you don't think of that, but that's just baffling to me that nobody around the world in the last 20 years of video phone things has ever had video.
Yet there's always something, but it's like fuzzier. We can't make it out or whatever. And even with this, they went back there with the phone, but they didn't go back there, which smart by you. If you actually did see 9-10 foot tall aliens in your backyard, I think, you know what? I'm not going back there.
I'm sending the kid with the phone.
You're sending the kid with the phone?
Sending the youngest kid.
You're offering up your, like,
well, I'm not going to kill him.
How do you know that?
He's too cute. I mean, they'll kill me.
Right.
Probably with a gigantic anal probe. I mean, I've had girlfriends that wanted to do that.
They're not going to kill the kid.
He's too cute.
Maybe they look at the, well, I mean, I have never like.
Unless I think he's food.
Yeah, or they treat it like we do cockroaches. And it's like, oh, hey, mama cockroach. Oh, baby cockroach.
God, squash. What a way to go.
Right.
Probably how I'm going to go.
I mean, your kid probably doesn't look cute to them.
You don't think?
I'm
gonna tell him you said that.
As to aliens, we probably all look ugly.
Like they do to us?
Yes.
Probably all look like Yasmin Bleeth.
Man, you need to leave her alone, sir.
Look, we have an alien sighting, Colby.
She's living her best life with that right there. She is so full of I don't give a F. Her give a S'er head. She is fine. She's got all the money. If she, I mean, sure. Hey! I'm making up this untrue story.
Oh, okay.
You leave Yasmin alone.
Poor Yasmin.
Damn it.
Yasmin Believe.
So if there's anything else on this alien story, we'll try and get it to you. I just thought it's one of those like aha moments where like actual news companies that you think are supposed to be just covering the straight facts are like, so here's this alien story. And then they're like being serious about it. That has never happened.
It's so weird.
That wouldn't have happened back in the day.
Colby, do you think we're alone in the universe?
I've never thought that.
I used to, but I don't think I believe that anymore.
It is, it's just too vast. The galaxy, the the everything. It's just we don't know where it ends. And to say we're the only ones in this damn thing, I mean, yes, have I the ability for life to be formed, whether you're Christian or however you believe it happened. It's, man, that took some doing.
Yep.
I mean, it either took a movement of God, and you're telling me that no other place was there anything else was made?
Why would God make the universe so giant and just put us on the little tiny planet over here?
I mean, he didn't have to tell us about him.
And he didn't.
Just created the heavens and the earth.
Yep.
Didn't tell us what was in the heavens.
Then I created Tim.
I mean,
His greatest accomplishment. Or her greatest accomplishment, however you believe.
you know. How did
we get here?
How did we get here on alien talk to now we've got deity gender talk?
Deity gender talk.
How
That's
did
what we
get
do.
here?
That's what we do, Colby. It is what it is.
As long as never mind. You know what? Never mind.
Do you think we will confirm the existence of alien life forms, and I don't mean the Mexicans, in our lifetime?
I don't know. Part of me says yes, but as soon as that actually does happen, when they actually do like fly in mass or whatever, we find out. Here's
Independence Day style?
Yeah, there's a couple of things. First of all, if we discover them, like we end up at their planet, then aren't we the higher intelligent beings?
Or we're the more curious. I mean, maybe not intelligent. Maybe it's not very intelligent to go to another planet with life.
Well, I'm just, as far as I'm saying, we have whoever has the ability of space travel. Like we always talk about the UFOs or whatever, and it's like, man, they move so fast and they're past our technology and all of that. And that's the way, science fiction and all of that kind of describes the aliens, right?
Yeah.
Their knowledge, their everything is vast beyond ours. And that's one way it could happen. The other way is we develop the ability to cross, the Black Ocean to wherever they're at, and we get there and we find out we're the evil aliens. That's the other side of it. Mm-hmm. They haven't quite got there yet. I mean, from Star Trek to anywhere else is there's a group of alien beings that have been around, for so much longer than we have. We're just the young buck humans that don't really know S. And that's one way it could happen. The other way it could happen is the exact opposite. We're like somehow the top of the food chain because we don't know. Mm-hmm. And we also don't know if we're anywhere near any kind of compatible. Like, we're carbon-based life forms. The life forms on other planets could be something else based. Mm-hmm. So we don't know how it developed or if it developed. But apparently they're 9 foot tall and have big black eyes, according to Vegas. So,
kind of scary.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's going to be an Independence Day.
You think so?
They're going to come to conquer our world.
Well,
and take our women.
I vote for you to be the one that flies the jet up the ship's butt.
I've never seen that movie. I think I saw it when it first came out, like the original one, a long time ago. I don't remember.
The original one was great.
I don't remember. I think I saw it in the theater. I just don't remember it.
The previews showed you nothing of what was about to happen.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I loved that. And then you got there and you're like, oh, hey, that's a good movie.
I mean, the special effects were pretty cool at the time, right?
Yes. They actually still hold up.
Yeah.
They still hold up. So there's your alien talk. Of course, I guess nobody wanted A or B, so F it. Yeah, we'll go with C, and all of y'all get the probe instead of here, Tim.
I'll volunteer. I get to pick the probe.
It's still going in your butt.
So?
Okay.
Lots of things go up there.
No, nothing goes up there, Tim.
It should.
No. It should.
Men take it better. Should we relive that while we have a second?
Sure.
Men take it better.
All right. What?
Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Men know how to take it. Don't touch it. Better than women?
Actually, yes.
When you're taking it.
What?
When he's giving it to him.
What? No.
You know, the old.
Why would you start down one path, get me to agree, and then quickly change and U-turn and go down?
You agreed pretty quick.
Down to the dark path.
Is that what you call it?
I mean,
downstairs, the dark path.
Yeah, I mean it's the wrong door.
Are we going mudding, Colby?
No, we're not.
Mark,
you stay away from my butt.
One of the finer moments of the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show.
I don't know if you can call it that. I still stand by. You stay away from my butt.
My God. Oh, for the love of all that is holy. Stay
away
away from my butt. We're going mudding, Colby.
No. We got there from alien talk, from deity gender talk, on our way to brackets. Here we made it.
Sprockets.
I don't know how we made it.
Colby, the last 4 weeks, or 4 shows, I guess, or only 5 shows because I think we skipped a week. We've been breaking down the top 64 most annoying people in sports media.
Uh-huh.
And we've got our 4, there were 4 brackets of 16. We've got our 4 finalists. Those finalists are Urban Meyer, Woody Page,
yep,
Skip Bayless, and Doug Gottlieb.
Poor Doug.
Poor Doug, right?
He doesn't really feel like he needs to be here in this particular group.
I mean, you wanted to put Dan Dakich in there.
You know what? No, it's because I didn't know Dan Dakich.
Over Urban Meyer.
Well, no, that wasn't the one I wanted to put over Urban.
Who did you want? You wanted, who's Urban over?
We missed out on Jim Rome. I know that.
Oh, that was the big one, yeah. Jim Rome and, what's the other big one that we had? I don't remember. Whatever. Anyway, so what we're going to do, Colby, instead of you and me picking, now that we're in the finals.
Oh, God, no. We're
going to the coins.
Oh, God.
So we can't fight about it. So we do a best. We flip 3 coins. All right. And it's 2 coins out of 3. Our first finals, or I said the semifinals here. Woody Page versus Skip Bayless. Do you have a preference?
Yes, it's Skip Bayless.
And it's not close.
And it's not close. And Skip Bayless, God, please, tails never fails. He is an ass. That's the tails. Please.
So skip his tails.
Skip his tails.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Crash, burn. All right, here we go, Colby.
Oh, my God. I hate this.
Skip his tails.
I'm not even going to look. Thank God.
The coins don't lie.
No, they have. They have.
They've let us down.
Yes, they have.
So Skip advanced to the finals.
The fact that this isn't Skip Bayless versus Jim Rome, I've got the facts. Clones.
Clones. Clones, Chris Everett. Will it be Urban Meyer or Doug Gottlieb?
I'd pick Urban just because, poor Doug.
Who's tails?
Let's go Doug as tails.
Doug Gottlieb is tails versus Urban Meyer, who is heads, and we're flipping the coins to see who faces Skip Bayless, Colby.
All right.
Here we go. Tails it is.
Poor Doug.
Doug Gottlieb advances against Skip Bayless.
I said tails never fails, but now I'm wondering if it's now heads' turn finally.
All right, Colby.
On the coinometer.
Out of the field of 64 most annoying people in sports media, we are down to Skip Bayless, who was the 1 seed coming out of his bracket, versus Doug Gottlieb, who was the 8 seed coming out of his bracket. Skip Bayless defeated Michael Strahan in round 1.
Uh-huh.
He defeated Mike Francesa in round 2.
That's a tough one.
And then in the finals of the bracket, he defeated Dan Lebitard.
Okay.
Doug Gottlieb's path was a little harder
Yeah.
as he defeated Seth Davis in the first round. He defeated Reggie Miller in the second round.
Wow, that must have been the coins.
Remember, we somehow had Reggie Miller. Oh, because it was Stephen A. Smith. And
Right.
he doesn't really know either one of us.
No.
Doug Gottlieb over Reggie Miller in the second round of that bracket. Then he beat Gus Johnson in the third round.
Hadn't really played anybody.
Well, the bracket final was a big one because he defeated Paul Feinbaum.
Oh.
That must have been a coin, right?
Had to have been.
So, yes, that was Doug Gottlieb's path.
Well, it's Skip. It has to be Skip, but I don't. God.
If Doug Gottlieb wins this, is this not going to be one of the greatest upsets in sports bracket history?
I don't want. No, this will be the wrongest. This will be the wrongest if Skip doesn't win the most annoying people in sports media.
Is this
'Cause
Jim Valvano's NC State team beating Akeem Olajuwon and the Houston Cougars?
I wish I had people to help me and say heads or tails on this, but ain't nobody going to listen to respond quickly enough. All of our downloaders will shoot us a text later, but it'll already be decided. I apologize to you guys.
All right.
You know what? If you're listening right now and you've downloaded 214-937-0569, the FanStream Sports text line, on this outcome, tell us either how happy or irritated you are with this final after this. As I say, F it, Skip's an ass, and that's a tails, and tails never fails.
Going with the tails never fails.
Yep.
All right, Skip Bayless is tails. Doug Gottlieb is heads.
Random generator.
The random coin flip generator. Ooh, let's do, since this is the finals, we're going to do the best of 5, Colby,
Okay.
for the finals. How's that sound?
Holy crap. I'll be happier with this after the first one doesn't say tails.
All right, you ready?
Yeah. If the first one says tails, I'm going to be like, oh, crap.
Hey, there's Colby in there. Everybody has my vantage point now. Here we go, Colby. Are we ready?
Yes. No. Do it.
Skip his tails. Colby.
Is that heads? I can't tell. It's glare. Oh, my God. You said best of 5?
Those are 5 coins.
I thought we were doing it 5 times.
You want me to do it 5 times?
So heads.
All right, it's heads. 1-0. Here we go. It's heads again.
All right. That's the same. Are you serious? Heads 3 times.
3 in a row. Doug Gottlieb is your most annoying person in sports media,
He is not.
according to the coins.
Coins are wrong.
However, Colby, there's a twist. I promised last week, I promised you a twist.
Okay.
Remember, I teased a twist. Has anyone ever said those words together? I teased a twist.
Yes. Yes. Right before they told you the safe word.
Because there was a huge outpouring of support for me and you. Why aren't y'all on this list? I was like, because it's not I didn't make the list. And, we're not necessarily national yet.
Right.
Yet.
Uh-huh.
So I'm installing us individually, Colby Sapp and IndyCarTim separately, into a small finals bracket.
Okay.
All right. So what we have, all right, Doug Gottlieb is already the overall winner, right?
Yes, Skip Bayless is the winner.
Doug Gottlieb, not Skip Bayless.
Skip. I will not accept the point.
Skip Gottlieb. So, Colby, what I'm doing here is I'm taking Woody Page, Skip Bayless, Urban Meyer, and Doug Gottlieb,
Uh-huh.
and now I'm putting me and you in there. So we're going to, I'm trying to figure out in my head the best way to do this. I really didn't think this through.
Oh, dear.
Like, I thought about it, then I stopped thinking about it for a minute, and then I forgot about it. Till literally we flipped the coins just now. So, I think what I'm going to do, let's go Tell you what, I'll let you pick who I go up against
Okay.
out of our 4 finalists.
So let's go you versus Woody Page.
Me versus Woody. And Colby, I'm putting you up against Doug Gottlieb.
Okay.
Because you hate him so much. These two teams hate each other. All right, so it's me and Woody. Me and my Woody.
Uh-huh.
And it's going to be the coins.
All right.
And then out of our winners, or whoever comes out of this, goes against Skip for the new finals. And we're going to see if me or you is more annoying than Skip.
All right.
According to the coins. All right, so here's me versus Woody Page. I'll be heads. I think we're just going to do 3.
Okay.
So here we go. I'm heads. Woody's tails. Colby, I'm more annoying than Woody Page.
You're more annoying than the old Muppet.
Man, he is, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
All right, now it's Colby versus Doug Gottlieb. Colby, do you want to be heads or do you want to be tails?
I'll take tails. F it. Let's see if I win.
Colby is tails. Doug is heads. Colby?
I beat Doug Gottlieb.
You beat Doug the Gottlieb. So you know what that means?
It's you versus me?
It's me versus you to see who goes up against Skip. And this is all by random. It's the coins. Obviously, everybody can see this. We're not picking ourselves.
Right.
So, Colby, me versus you. I'll let you pick. You want to be heads?
I'll still go with tails. F it.
I'm heads. Colby is tails. We're picking 3. Here we go. Maybe.
Tim?
I'm more annoying than you, Colby.
You know what? I already knew that.
The coins did too, apparently. All right, so it's me versus Skip for the media portion of the sports media bracket. All right. I'll let you call it. Who's heads, who's tails?
You know what? Go ahead and give Skip the ass again. He's tails.
All right, I am heads. Skip is tails. This is for all the marbles. No money's involved. For the most annoying person in sports media in the United States. Is it me or Skip? It's Skip and it's unanimous.
That is amazing.
Look at that.
That is amazing. You know what?
Wow.
That is good for us because, yes, Skip is the most annoying.
I was looking for some redemption, right? Because he didn't win.
No, he didn't. He won in the one that counted.
He did, and I wanted to include us for all those people who are like, why are y'all in this bracket?
Well, now we are.
Now you know.
I just hit my microphone.
You sure did. That was fun, Colby.
It was good times with the coins.
Love that. We have to use coins more.
Or
We might just do a segment. We're just going to flip coins.
This is just. You know what? That's what we'll do if Lance doesn't come along.
For the
picks?
Yeah.
It'll be you, me, and the coin.
Oh, that's greatness. I mean, maybe we just don't tell Lance about it this year.
Or we could have Lance versus the coin.
That would be funny. Or we'll do all 3 of us against the coin.
There you go.
Instead of our random chooser that we can never get people to do every week.
That's right.
Idiots.
When the random chooser's not here, we'll use the coin.
There you go.
Picked it, fixed it, and it's not even there yet.
Colby, we have a Facebook comment.
What?
From just a few minutes ago. We might not officially be national, but someone in Michigan is listening.
Dude, appreciate the hell out of you.
Yes, sir, or ma'am.
Mm-hmm.
Appreciate you very much popping on here and flipping some virtual coins with us. Little bit of IndyCar news I wanted to throw at you because it's not really IndyCar news. It's more of a really funny thing that happened this past weekend.
Go right ahead.
So this involves 2 drivers. The race was at Road America, which is in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. It's one of my favorite tracks, Colby. It's a purpose-built track. It's a 4-mile circuit, which is really long. And So a lot of people are familiar. Your favorite IndyCar driver, Colby, his name is Will Power because you love his name.
That's right.
He's from New Zealand, or
Will
whatever they
Power.
say out there. And he's one of the longtime Team Penske drivers. He's been around a long, long time. And Scott Dixon, who is an Aussie, who's another long time, been around forever in IndyCars. So these guys are buddies. They know each other really well. Well, they had a little on-track incident in practice. I believe this was Friday, where Will Power and Scott Dixon touched wheels at one of the fastest. It's about 195 mile an hour straightaway.
Uh-oh. That didn't seem good.
No, and it was all Scott Dixon's fault. He crowded Will Power as he was trying to pass him on the left, and he crowded him off the track. So, of course, they both go off, crash, Will Power's pissed. Now, he's kind of known as a hothead, okay?
I mean, his name's Will Power.
Right. And, again, these guys are buddies. They've known each other forever. Will Power gets out of the car, runs up, by the way, gives him the double bird. He's known for the double bird, and he hadn't done it in like 10 years. Gives him the double bird as he's approaching the car. And they almost went to blows on trackside, right?
Uh-huh.
And, the track workers kind of had to separate them. So this prompted Will Power to make a comment about the track, saying that the surface was bad. The track's not maintained very well. It's a bad, and they just resurfaced it. It's a bad surface. It's slippery. When you go off into the grass, the grass is just going on. He basically said, or he came out and said later, he ended his quote with, "This is an S track."
Huh.
So the track personnel didn't take too kindly to this.
I wouldn't think so.
So on Sunday morning,
They took a dump on his car.
close. So, it's a street, or it's a purpose-built road course. I think they had 85,000 people there this weekend, which means porta potties.
Okay. I can't believe I was this close.
They have the trucks that empty the porta potties that are full of S.
Yes.
Will Power finds one of these trucks full of the S that smells. I don't know if you've ever been behind one of these on the road. Oh my God, dude, it's worse than being behind a cattle trailer.
Yeah.
Goes and grabs the keys to one, because just leave the keys in them. It's not a big deal.
Nobody's going to run off with that ass.
Will Power goes and grabs one of these trucks full of S. Now, if it was me, I'd have figured out how to dump it, and I'd have dumped it on the whatever. All he did is he went and parked it right next to Scott Dixon's hauler, where the guys all work on the car and everything's stored there. They're staying in there. Parked it right next to it.
Okay, it's a good bit. Nobody's hurt.
Oh, crap, I got the story backwards. Crap, I knew I should have made notes of this.
Damn it.
No, actually, that happened, but this happened first. The president of the track went and got the S truck and parked it in front of Will Power's trailer.
Okay.
Getting back at him for the comment. Right?
Good fun.
So Will Power says, "Oh, yeah?" So he drove it over to Scott Dixon's trailer and dumped it there. Good buddies, right?
Uh-huh.
Great prank. Colby, the truck sprung a leak.
Oh, no.
And no one knows if this was intentional or not.
Because nobody will fess up to
But
it.
it leaked S all over the right in front of Scott Dixon's trailer, which is almost going too far with the joke.
Maybe.
But no one's claiming it. He's Will Power's I just parked it there. I don't know how that happened.
Right.
So
The truck had, a leak.
drama in IndyCar, Colby, in Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin. Couple of cars upside down too during the race. Pretty funny.
I don't know if they thought it was fun.
Nobody was hurt, but that's one of my favorite tracks. Those fans out there, NASCAR used to race there. F1 used to race there a long time ago in the 70s. It's a great track, though. I like it quite a bit. So fun with Indy cars.
Sounds like some people don't like that track, but they power through.
Dude, Will powered through it.
Mm-hmm.
Still your joke. I mean, men take it better. Sometimes. How much news and notes you got? Because we got some time for you.
I got some. Throw it over
right.
here.
All right, let's do this.
Thank you, Tim. Thank you, me. Thank you, you, for making us sound good. News and Notes is where I search the World Wide Web for the weird.
Internets.
And by God, I found it. Let's head to Louisville, Kentucky.
Rather not.
And so here's the thing. If you're running from the law and the police are searching for you and you're trying to get away, here's a good idea. Don't try and carjack the police that are looking for you.
Oops.
That's a bad idea. So, the department's fugitive unit was conducting an investigation near the intersection of 22nd and Griffiths Avenue. Around 1:30 p.m., a man believed to be in his 20s attempted to carjack the officers with a gun. The suspect, the dude, by the way, who they were looking for, the fugitive unit. So, when he opens the door and is like, starts to pull out his gun and put it, like, that's the bad guy. They shot him.
Oh, my God.
He's dead. They, of course, after they shot him and shot to kill, they started to try and render aid to him, but...
Why? Trying to give him AIDS?
No, just render aid. Help him not die after they killed him. Well, I mean...
Why not?
They got to do everything they can, but don't try and carjack the fugitive unit that's looking for you. That's a bad escape plan. Plus, they have GPS that are on those cars, so if you did actually get in there, yeah. So there's that. Let's go from that to why is this study needed? As fresh cow urine may contain harmful bacteria and is unsuitable for direct human consumption. This is revealed in research carried out by Barley-based ICAR Indian Veterinarian Research Institute. Somebody set up and funded research into if it's okay to drink cow urine.
I mean, how else are you going to figure it out?
Just don't drink cow urine, Tim.
I mean, you got to know.
So somebody went and collected cow urine, and even though we've probably done this before, veterinarians or whatever, and looked at it specifically to go, as I turned into Sylvester the cat. I can't even try and say that word again. Specifically to go, could a human drink this and be okay? The answer is no. So if you're wondering if the chemical waste produced from cows that they're trying to get rid of it out of their body so their body will be healthier is okay for you to drink, it's not. They spent research money on that. And this microphone might be a little wet.
I'm not using it.
Mark. Let's go from there to... There's one thing you don't challenge LSU in.
Uh-oh.
Did you know that there's a College World Series of Jell-O shots?
Dude, I am in.
So, the start of the article says you never bring a knife to a gunfight. You never get involved in a land war in Asia. And apparently you never involve LSU in a drinking game. So Roscoe's Pizza in Omaha, Nebraska, where they have the College World Series, right? Host a Jell-O shot challenge every College World Series. And fans are from competing schools to see who can put down the most Jell-O shots. So... Florida put down about 880 Jell-O shots during this challenge. TCU put down 1,171 Jell-O shots. Wake Forest comes in at 1,964 Jell-O shots. Poor Virginia only had 389. Oral Roberts, 1,185.
I like the salute.
Stanford, 350. Tennessee, 498. And LSU at 3,395 in the same time frame.
Holy mother of God.
1,000, at least more than every other college.
So do they go like against each other? Like, I know the time frame's the same, but are they like toe to toe looking at each other doing these shots, or how does?
Well, it's like a couple of nights.
I
So-
want to go to that.
First of all, $5 a Jell-O shot. This bar raked it in.
I feel like we should do play-by-play for this.
Now the proceeds did go to a portion. There's the always viable way to put that in there. A portion of the proceeds go to local food banks.
Of course.
But only a
50
portion.
cents.
Because, Daddy needs a new Ferrari, right? But anyway, don't challenge LSU to that. Man, also don't go taking a look at a Titanic
Uh-oh.
if you're in a submersible. Basically, a bunch of tourists in a submarine. This wasn't a yellow submarine.
That's where they all live.
Yeah. They were going to go take first-hand looks at the Titanic.
Can you do that? Like, can anybody just go and...
Well, a submersible craft used to take people to go see the wreck of the Titanic. It's went missing, bud,
hit an iceberg?
with people on it.
How funny would that be?
I don't know if funny would be the word I'd use,
I mean, I'm not on it.
but the tour firm, OceanGate, said it was exploring all options to get the crew back safely. But contact with the submersible was lost about an hour and 45 minutes into the vessel's drive, the U.S. Coast Guard said. The government agencies and deep-sea firms are helping the rescue operation. But as of the writing of this article, and I haven't done any more research on it, but they can't find these people.
Dude, because, I mean, it's... Like, not just anybody. Dude, it's 12,500 feet down.
Yes.
I don't think anybody can just go down there.
They do. Go take a look at the Titanic, man.
I mean, I'm fine with pictures on the internet.
Yeah, I'm okay. I don't think... How creepy would it be as you hear your sea captain go, "We've lost contact with the ships guiding us. We're now at the mercy of the ocean currents. We've lost all engine flow. Please enjoy your view of the Titanic as we pass by."
Dude, that's 2.5 miles almost. Underwater.
The shock. First of all, being in a submarine,
Nope.
don't know if I want to do that.
I'm out.
But being in a submarine, going to go look at the death site of a bunch of people that sunk into the ocean, I don't think there's good mojo there.
No.
And then this start to happen. I mean, I don't even want to try and imagine the panic attack.
I'm having one right now just thinking about it.
Claustrophobia, panic attack. Because you're already pretty morbid since going down there to look at the damn thing.
Kind of get what's coming to you.
So, yeah, I probably should have looked up. And maybe you can see, if you look up real quick when I get to the next story, see if anything is, if they found the submersible the Titanic. As we go to Florida, because Florida is America's wang. And so, according to the Clearwater Police Department, Lindsay Rodewald, that's her name, she was on a bicycle, and it was at night, and they pulled her over on her bicycle. How weird. because her bike didn't have any flashers or anything on it or reflectors. And so they're like, what the hell is it? Oh, that's a lady on a bicycle. Holy crap, we couldn't see her. We need to go warn her about that. So they go up to Lindsay, because it's not just Lindsay, but it's S-A-Y at the end. So
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
You sound like Forrest Gump when you say it that way.
That's how it's spelled, man. Mama didn't know how to spell.
Lindsay.
They went up and said, hello. And she's like, hi, I'm Lindsay. And so after she started talking for a little bit, they're like, Lindsay's not doing too good.
Are you trying to sound like Forrest Gump?
No, I'm not. So they start asking her more questions, and they're like, okay, Lindsay, can I look at your backpack? Because we think there might be some things going on that you're on that.
Uh-oh.
And she's like, sure, yeah, go ahead, no problem. Do it. I dare you. I
Double dog dare you to look in my backpack.
So they did. They found her meth pipe with meth in it. And she immediately said, oh, crap, no, I did meth a couple days ago. I forgot it was in there.
Oh, my God. All right, Barry Switzer.
Yeah. That's not my gun.
It's not my gun.
That's not the only thing they found.
Oh, sex toys.
No. They found a baby raccoon.
In the backpack?
In the backpack.
Is it being held hostage, or was it smoking meth?
It may have been both. It's a methed out baby raccoon.
Baby raccoon.
So they, of course, retrieved the baby raccoon, who was fine.
Oh, my
Just
God.
may have been a little jittery because it was in a meth bag. They, of course, returned it to its wildlife. But Lindsay, how would you have liked to have been wherever before this got to here? Where she was smoking meth with a baby raccoon before she got on her bicycle.
Oh, my God.
At like 2 a.m. Just, if you're wondering how Florida stories happen, it's Lindsay's. It's Lindsay's. So if you're ever wondering what's wrong with Lindsay's, there you go. They smoke meth with baby raccoons.
Mark.
That's it.
Colby, have an update on your submersible.
Shoot.
First, we have a picture of said submersible.
Oh, dear.
Colby, there are 5 people in that.
It's not good. It's a lot of people.
As of 24 minutes ago, the AP reports that they're still searching. The submersible has a 96-hour oxygen supply starting at roughly 6 a.m. Sunday. So we're now, 9 o'clock local time, Central Time on Monday night. So you're talking about, what's that? That's 4 days, basically, they have of oxygen. And you're about halfway there now.
There's starting to be some tighter booty holes in there.
The officials are working to get a remotely operated vehicle that can reach a depth of 6,000 meters. For those of you that aren't Canadian, that's about 20,000 feet. Out to the site as soon as possible, which means this is as of 24 minutes ago, so it's still not there.
That's not good.
Yeah. Ocean Gate, the name of the company, said its focus was on those on board and their families.
Right?
I mean, I hope so.
We're just worried about the vehicle. We need it back.
We want our submarine back.
It's expensive.
The group of tourists paid anywhere from $100,000 to $150,000 a piece to go on the trip.
That's an expensive coffin.
Dude.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, so...
You know what?
I think the good thought for those people.
Yes, if I was shelling out that much money, you know what's happening once I do make it out of this. I'm getting all of that back, plus a whole lot more.
Yeah, unless it was all planned.
Right.
So, April Fools!
Yeah. What month is it?
So if these all 5 people die going to see the Titanic, do you now add 5 more people that died at the Titanic? I mean, they didn't die on the Titanic, and it was like 100 and
I don't know if
11
you
years
add to
later.
the official death toll, but unofficially, maybe asterisk. You just put down submersible.
I mean, that's technically what the Titanic became.
Right. Titanic humor. Who'd have thought? Have you ever gone to Snopes to make sure something was correct?
I don't know if I always believe Snopes,
Well,
but yes, I have.
I don't always believe it either, but apparently I did this because I thought what I was looking at was not real. So, did you know that Quaker Oats funded MIT research that fed radioactive cereal to kids?
I 100% believe that.
They here's what they did. So Walter E. Fernald State School in Massachusetts.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah. It had experimental subjects for the MIT that basically the children were deemed, well, they were slower children. They had been, mentally challenged. So that, and this is back when using the R word was okay. So you can tell how long ago that was.
Yep.
But it involved feeding these kids radioactive breakfast cereal while telling them they were in science club.
So kids don't ever join science club.
No.
It's a bad idea.
By the way, Snopes says that this is true and factual. So
it must be true.
we can't do human research for like drugs that can, we know pretty much that they'll help us out. We just can't do it. But man, we used to be able to just have some nuke pops, kids.
Nuke pops, is that what they called them?
I don't think so. But
So what was the point of this?
I didn't know it was true, so I Snoped it. Snopes said it was true.
Like,
the fact that I didn't even look up the rest of the article. I saw the headlines, like, no way, and I just Snoped it, and I was like, you know what? F it. We're just going with that.
yeah. I mean, are they trying to make Spider-Man
Maybe, or
Hulks?
Maybe they think maybe it'll reverse some of the things that went on, and they won't
Breakfast of Champions.
There you go. Have some nuke pops, kids. Let's go from there to, you ever feel like, you know what? I don't feel like getting dressed up enough to go to Walmart, so I'm just going to go to the Dollar General instead.
Look like Yasmin Bleeth walking
Well,
her dog.
So, Giselle Robinson.
Tom's ex?
No, it's not Giselle Brady or Giselle Bunchkin.
Bunchkin.
By the way, this Giselle is 36 years old. And she was like, you know what? I don't feel like getting dressed up and going to Walmart. But what I do feel like is going to get another one of these Four Locos.
Oh, no.
So she showed up at the local dollar store there in Florida. The Dollar General store. So it's not even the dollar store. It's just generally a dollar store. She showed up to get her Four Loko with a Four Loko in her hand, wearing a bath towel. That's it.
Huh.
She walked in with the Four Loko in her hand and a bath towel to go get another Four Loko when a couple of juvenile teenager, well, I guess it's all the same, juvenile teenagers or whatever, saw her and said, hey. She said, can we take a picture of your titties? She said, yep.
Well, of course she did. She's in a towel.
Yeah. So she just starts letting these kids at the Dollar General just start taking pictures of her.
For free.
For free.
Get the cop a feel? That's what I would have asked.
So the police were called because obviously Nancy that was working the Dollar General checkout line was just like appalled.
You mean Karen?
Yeah. I can understand this Karen's outrage.
I mean, yeah, it's at the Dollar General store.
It's at the Dollar General store, and you can't be naked there,
Take it outside.
especially in front of kids, and especially while they do basically a porn photo shoot.
Take those sweater puppies outside.
That's all bad. But the whole thinking behind it, man, how many Four Locos does it take to get there? Where your thinking is, man, I don't want to go to Walmart. That means I got to put on pants. I'll just go to Dollar General. Where's my towel?
Ever had a Four Loko?
Yes.
Have you? Mm-hmm. I mean, I know when they first came out, like they had all the alcohol.
Yeah.
Like it was equivalent of like 5 beers of alcohol.
They're still like 14 to 16%.
Are they?
Yeah.
Never had one.
And they got all the caffeine. It's the worst combination.
It's like a Red Bull that's alcoholic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I might want to try one of those. What's the best flavor?
It's none of them.
I'm going to bring a 6-pack next Wednesday. You can get 3. I'll get 3, and we'll shotgun them during the show.
No, I'm not, because it's none of them. It's none of them. If I'm throwing down in this drinky drink time, it ain't that.
It ain't going to be Four Loko, right?
It ain't that. No.
God.
No. But that for you guys, that's news and notes, everybody.
Wow. Sweater puppies. Mm-hmm. That is the Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show. Thank you very much for joining us either tonight or if you listened to the recorded podcast. We appreciate you very much. We would love to interact with you either on Twitter. I am at IndyCarTim. He is at Colby Sapp. The show is at Colby Tim Show. You can also text us 24/7 on the studio text line 214-937-0569. Put it in your phone because even if you're listening to the recorded podcast at a later time, you can still text us and we'll see it. And we may call you out and make you part of the next show.
We might.
You never know.
Do a whole show dedicated to your effing text. We can rant about anything.
And if you are one of the unfortunate members of the population who are forced to use an Android phone, please go download the brand new FanStream Sports app. It is on the Google Play Store. Don't worry, iPhone users like me, the iPhone version, the iOS version is coming out very, very soon. We're working on it now.
We just have too many loopholes to get through for that stupid version.
That's because it's so great. But yes, you can hear all of the live programming on the app, as well as all the current shows when the live shows aren't on. It just kind of loops of all of our current shows. So you can check us out anytime you want. Also, check out the brand new FanStreamSports.com. Again, you can go straight to the stream there, or you can see the live shows on video there. You don't have to go to Facebook. You don't have to go to YouTube anymore. You can just go to FanStreamSports.com. We have all of the live shows, a link, an embedded video player right there, as well as you can get a link to the stream on your phone. Whatever you want to do. There's no excuse to not listen to us anymore.
That's right.
We will be back on Wednesday, 7 o'clock Central Time, with another Colby Sapp IndyCarTim Show. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see you.